Okay, we're back in Legend Heroes Trails in Reverie, and it's time to kick off Rean's Act 4. I don't remember what happened in his Act 3, I'm paying that little attention to him.
This is Arya Shrine, then?
That's right. We came here during the Civil War 2 years ago, too.
The disturbance in the spirit veins has made it manifest once more. It's how we were able to swoop in and save the day.
It does seem like we'll be able to use parallel teleportation to go to Crossbell from here.
I see. Then we would request your aid, so we can finally bring this madness to an end.
Then it shall be given.
Sounds like the rest of our number have reached the other shrines. We're good to go at any time.
Thinking about it, this will be the first time both Class 7s have come together since Prince Olivert's wedding.
Yeah. Not the most festive of circumstances, but it sounds like we'll be needing all the help we can get. Ever since the Supreme Leader made his move, this land has been engulfed in chaos. The people of Zemuria aren't going to know peace until he's well and truly deposed. So let's go to Crossbell, where we'll end this once and for all.
O Wayfarers, shadowlings from realms fantastic.
Deliver us to the land of Terra Illusions!
It took over half a day for the Republican Army to get the situation at their base under control and come to Nord's aid. They claimed to have no idea why their tanks and airships had started acting on their own. They were also clearly finding it hard to believe that all the weapons slated to be destroyed could have just disappeared. We owe you our deepest thanks for helping to avoid the worst case scenario here. I'll admit I never thought the day would come when I'd feel gratitude toward the Ashen Chevalier. We're just glad that we were able to prevent a third party from igniting the flames of war all over again. A third party indeed. Understood. Our unit will be here shortly, it seems. We anticipate it'll take several days to remove all of our weapons from the Highlands, but it should prove doable. Until that is complete, our army shall not interfere with one another in this region. Is that acceptable to you? Yes. We'll do all we can to make sure discussions between our governments go smoothly, too. I certainly hope you succeed. I'm glad we can convince them to give us the benefit of the doubt. They clearly suspect Erebonian involvement, but can't dismiss the idea that this really was the United Nations work either. Especially since they must know as well as we do that physically moving that many weapons in such a short time wouldn't be easy. I imagine they're still having trouble believing that His Highness the Prince was abducted too. Not surprised, I'm still having a hard time processing what happened, and we were directly involved. The sudden appearance of that white divine knight turned the situation in the Highlands on its head. In the end, it disappeared before anything could be ascertained about its origin or objectives. During the chaos, the devices in the watchtower and on the giant statue, as well as the robotic Arios, vanished without a trace. This left us without so much as a single clue to work with. The Courageous 2 and Merkaba were also heavily damaged. Fortunately, there were no injuries among the crews of both ships, but it was clear that neither would fly anytime soon. Furthermore, we still had no idea where the Sonar's seashell was, and as a result remained unable to use the Round of 7. The United Nations also continued to block all communications, preventing us from learning about the situation there. Unfortunately, that left us in the dark as to the whereabouts and condition of Alisa, Machias, and Toa. The situation might have calmed, but we still haven't truly resolved anything. Your assistance would be a boon to us, not that I intend to sit on my hands either. I'll be thinking of a way forward. I will see that they reach the capital safely. I'll be counting on you to do what you can on your end. Got room for a +1? I was dreading having to explain my way through the checkpoint. There was still a lot we needed to do in order to quell the chaos, but it was clear that sidling idly by was not an option. We knew we all needed to come together and plan our next move as soon as possible. That night in the settlement? You don't all need to stare at me like I'm going to faint at any moment. I'm fine now, honestly. The words "I'm fine" carry little weight coming from you. Couldn't agree more. We take our eyes off you for just a little while and look what happens. I really think that you're blowing what happened out of proportion. We only worry because we care, Rean. I'm genuinely grateful that you saved the lives of my family, I really am. But we want to know what happened to you too, so if you know, please tell us. Seeing your hair and one of your eyes change color like that reminded me of half a year ago. Made me think of how you looked when the curse had almost taken you over. Sorry, I really didn't want to worry you. But I swear that there's nothing wrong with me. I can't sense any curse hanging over me now. We were able to confirm from Aaron that the Great Twilight is completely over, so it should be impossible for what happened to Rean to be connected to it in any way, but... I'd like to believe that too, but what happened seems to be suggesting otherwise. The changes in your appearance are not only the only unusual part of what happened either. You were able to summon a Panzer Soldat from far away, were you not? Yeah, how'd you even do that? It's one of the new ones from the branch campus's hangar, right? Yeah, from the new generation developed by Makarov. They still haven't been formally deployed, but they're stronger than the current generation that's in use. The Turfine S was specifically developed for Rean and tuned to him, but that alone does not explain what happened. Right. It's not meant to be able to teleport or cut railway gun shells in half. You normally only expect that kind of power from Divine Knights. I think the whole thing was BS if it wasn't coming from you. Speaking of Knights, what's this about something that looked like one showing up? We're all wondering the same thing. Hopefully we'll know more when Roselia and the others finish their investigation.
Ah, I see everyone is assembled already.
Have you managed to learn anything?
I most certainly did, but it was not easy.
Well, so there goes my break. I have a question for you, kiddo. Did you feel anything unusual other than the changes in your body when you saw that white contraption? Now that you mention it... What is it, instructor? Don't you dare try and keep any more secrets from us. I'm not going to, I'm just having trouble explaining what I felt in words. The second I saw it, all kinds of images and emotions came flooding into my head. All at once. Can't remember what specific images and emotions they were, though. Really. I believe it was some kind of resonance phenomenon. You and that 8th Divine Knight resonated with one another. Wait, Divine Knight? You are convinced that it truly stands among their number, then? What do you mean when you say they resonated? Now that you mention it, that thing did seem interested in Rean somehow. It appeared immediately after Rean used that strange power, too. Wait a second, none of this is making any sense. Yes, you know as well as we do that it can't be a genuine Divine Knight. Calm down, I know very well what you're saying. I know that there are only supposed to be 7 Divine Knights and that they all vanish from this dimension. But the mana flowing through it and the marks it left in the spirit veins leave no room for doubt. We can hardly afford to ignore that coming from the Elder of the Kin of Fire. Can't believe what I'm hearing. Unfortunately, I haven't a clue what caused the resonance to happen. Perhaps because you are a former Awakener, or perhaps the cause lies elsewhere. But either way, this new Divine Knight will likely be our biggest clue yet in learning what we're facing. Since its existence is even more of an impossibility than the advanced technology we've seen in the changes in Rean's body. I'm still having trouble processing all of this, if I'm honest. But I think I at least see what we need to be doing. Yeah, better just do something than sit around worrying about it. We need to find the answers we seek and then bring all of this to an end. That's all there is to it. But Grandmother, what brings you to Nord in the first place? We are fortunate that you're here, but I imagine your presence is no coincidence. Oh, I haven't explained yet, have I? I've been investigating something related to this case for a while now with a couple of helpers. I'll call them here now.
Celine, can you and Zeit come here for a moment?
If you insist.
She's gonna be in human form from now on, isn't she?
So much for that saucer of milk I was savoring.
There'll be others. Still, I didn't know you were here in Nord.
And in human form.
Only because it's part of my my training. I'm not in this form by choice. I would have thought she'd be used to it by now, but it seems not.
I believe this is our first time speaking like this, children of Erebonia.
Zeit! I wasn't expecting to see you here.
You must be the SSS's Divine Wolf. He really can talk, huh?
Thank you again for coming to our aid yesterday. We would have been in real trouble without you.
The SSS told us about you. How you're a holy beast charged with watching over a Septarian the way Roselia was.
That was once my duty, but I've since been relieved of it. Still, this continent is my home as much as it is yours. Thus, I have kept vigil over the land since the Great Twilight, particularly for distortions in the spirit veins.
I was under the impression that those distortions had disappeared after the Twilight met its end. They did for a while, but some time ago they returned once more. The reaction we sensed was strong enough to be called a singularity, but we were unable to piece together anything else. We've been combining our efforts to find out more ever since. Then yesterday it finally decided to step into the spotlight for us. In other words, the singularity you're talking about is that divine night. Indeed, we hurried to the scene where even we were shocked by what we saw. Unfortunately, we aren't entirely sure where it is now. But after your encounter, it appeared to set off in the direction of Crossbell. All roads lead to Crossbell, it seems. The distortion first appeared in Crossbell, too. Testimony from the 23rd Armored Division indicated that the vanished warships and railway guns were sent there, too. That was also where the Supreme Leader first appeared to sow the seeds of a new war. I'm sure Lloyd and the others are doing their best over there, but they shouldn't need to face us alone. Yeah, I'm sure Elisa, Machias, and Toad would appreciate our help, too. If we want to find out the truth and bring all this to an end, I think we're going to have to go there ourselves. Count us in, too. We can't turn a blind eye to this either. All of our work related to the coup d'etat and the abduction are now finished. Now we can fully dedicate ourselves to this. We should finally all be all together in one place. Guess I can tag along? Don't bother, Ash. Thanks, everyone. I don't know what I'd do without you. This begs the question of how we're going to get into Crossbell, though. True, the Ebon Defense Force has the whole border fortified. We won't be able to rely on my Merkaba or the Courageous 2 for a while either. But given the current situation, we may have another option. Indeed. With the spirit veins stimulated, we should be able to open the spirit path. I think that is our best option, though it won't be easy to use that method to travel all the way to Crossbell. Indeed, the veins aren't as active as they were during the Great Twilight, and there are rather a lot of us. I think it'll work if we teleport from different spirit shrines across the land. That'll take some groundwork to pull off, but I can help out with that. Sounds like we have a plan. We really are fortunate to have you all. We will have preparations of our own to make, so how does departing tomorrow afternoon suit everyone? If nothing else, we'll need to make our way to the nearest spirit shrine. Alright, let's go with that. I'll see everyone tomorrow in Crossbell. Zeroth hour. I recognize this place. Yeah, the wetlands southeast of Crossbell City. So we're by Michelam then. Lake Elm's southern wetlands. This is also where Leanne breathed her last half a year ago. Thought it would be a safe place to arrive given its distance from the city. I think that was an appropriate decision. Thanks for the help, Celine and Zeit. Think nothing of it, I didn't do much. I was happy to help.
It's funny how nostalgic it feels to be back here. I haven't even been away for that long.
It's Crossbell. Of course you feel that way. Don't worry. I'm sure your family is fine.
And we're here to make sure it stays that way.
Thanks. Both of you. You're right. I need to believe.
I'm surprised you were able to make it, Major. Finding and taking care of all Supreme Leader sympathizers in the army didn't sound like it would be an easy job.
Matthias Vander graciously agreed to take over the reins of that task. Generals Van Dyke, Zex Vander, and Craig are also taking direct roles in the effort. With the domestic situation in capable hands, I thought it best to focus on excising the problem at the root. And on a personal level, I want to know what Rufus is trying to achieve.
It's regretful that we're still none the wiser on that front.
The real Rufus said something about meeting next in Crossbelt, didn't he?
He did. I'm sure we'll be meeting both the real and replica soon enough.
Hey, are you sure you're alright, Rean?
Yesterday must have put you through it, huh? Well, I'm not planning on pulling off anything like that again. So no reason for my family to get worked up.
Okay, as long as you understand. Zeno and Leo would hate it if something happened to you too. Don't forget that.
I don't know how they factor into this, but good to know.
Name-dropping them always works wonders.
I don't care what you do, so long as you come back with some good samples for my research. Even the Society isn't capable of making those devices or humanoid weapons. Just hurry up and get my materials back.
You must really be frustrated by their absence to have agreed to come with us, Professor.
At least we don't need to worry about any tech issues with you around.
So what are you all planning on doing next?
If nothing else, I want to further investigate the spirit veins.
I think we need to start by getting a solid grasp of the situation here. Our final goal is to apprehend the Supreme Leader and liberate Crossbell. But we need to proceed with caution.
Right. We don't know what's lurking behind him and what the EDF is up to. We just have to play it by ear for now.
Especially since we can't use the round of 7. If we screw up, we can't exactly reach out for backup.
That's very true.
It really hurts to not be able to communicate freely.
Looks like I made the right move coming here after all.
Was that?
Lictor!
Hey there. How's it hanging, guys? Sounds like you ran into some kind of hell in Nord.
How the hell are you always one step ahead, Scarecrow? And how do you know you're here? Don't say it was a hunch. He is the one person for whom I wouldn't rule that out. Just because we can't communicate with the outside doesn't mean there's no other way to find out what's going on. A guy could steal a transceiver from the EDF, for example. Oh, how cunning. I imagine that proved more difficult than you make it sound. Apart from that, I just know you guys. I figured to use that little hack of yours for getting around. Pair that with all the other intel I figured you had, and boom. In fact, I came to Crossbell right before the ceremony. It was all instinct, though. Just figured something would happen. That intuition of yours truly is sharp. Who are you talking about hacks and shit? His acumen is impressive indeed. Wait, but if you've been in Crossbell this whole time... Yep, we've got notes to compare, shall we? We would appreciate that. I'm so glad that Elisa, Machias, and Till are alright. Yeah, and Lloyd and the others too. Can't say I've seen every one of them with my own eyes, but they're a tough bunch. I'm sure they're all still playing their parts. Sounds as though the Evan Defense Force are even more of a, well, force to reckon with than we feared. Yeah, I really don't want to come up against those new Zaur soldats. We don't have any soldats of our own, so we'll want to avoid a head-on conflict. Especially if they have so many of them. Just how long have they been preparing for this? Ain't that the question? Personally, I'm more concerned about where all those weapons that vanished from Nord ended up. We were under the impression that they've been sent to Crossbell. But you say that doesn't match up with what you've learned. Sure doesn't. Besides, where would you even hide that much stuff in a small place like Crossbell? That's true, active camouflage alone can only get you so far. If you're saying the EDF never brought them up in all your time spying, that does suggest they really aren't here. Well, the only way to be sure is to check for ourselves. Either way, you know where the EDF is positioned now, at least. The only place I confirm they have a presence around here are Michelam and a small number of the roads. I'll leave it up to you guys how to use the intel I've given you. Thanks for sharing it with us. It'll be really helpful. I think our best course is to begin by splitting up into groups and gather information. I'd like to start by learning more about the situation in Michelam, St. Ursula, near the city. Prudent approach. Let's split up into groups then. Rean's group are responsible for investigating the Michelam area. Select which members will accompany him. You can choose one of Rean's students. Do we have? Oh man, we have to. So... oh man, they threw Yuna in too. That's one student too many, man. So I'm thinking Altina just because of the free scan. And I'm serious, that's the only reason why. I don't know if I can do anything about their quartz. As you can see, she's still using some extremely basic crap. Thing is, you can take Muse if you want a gun. Because Crow and Fee are both hybrid. So there's Laura. And Fee. Guess this is our team then. I haven't been in Michelam since the send-off party 7 months ago. We all owe a great deal to Yuna's father for his help at that time, so I do hope he's in good health. Really hope we can make sure of that while we're there. I'm sure we can learn something. Try not to stress too much. Yeah, we'll find out what's going on.
Listen, Rean. I refuse to allow you to shoulder any more burdens alone. Not while I'm here. I've spent the past half year becoming stronger for your benefit. Rely on me, please. Without protest, without reservation.
I'm sorry for worrying you, Laura. I'll be sure to count on you. Battle or no battle.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Alright, we'll make our way to St. Ursula then. Sounds like the EDF aren't staying guard there, but be careful all the same. Should you find anything, inform us promptly. We'll make our way toward the city. Hoping we can find some way to get inside of it. Should we find any elements of resistance, we'll offer our support. We're counting on you. Let's do this thing, people. We shall accompany them part of the way. There's a spirit vein I want to investigate in that direction. Oh, and speaking of Michelam, there are distortions to the spirit veins over in that region too. Be careful. We will. Thanks for telling us. I'll be counting on you too, Celine. I know. If anything happens, I'll be sure to put the kibosh on it. Thanks, and sorry. Really hate to be such a source of worry for everyone. If anything would happen to you is likely to be our biggest clue going forward. You needn't apologize. Fear not, we shall keep watch over him. Yes, we won't let him do himself any harm. You'd hardly believe he's the instructor here. Sucks to be popular, huh? So now that I think about it, like, the case to bring Kurt would be if you want his Brave Order, because he has the delay one. I don't know if Fee offers something comparable, so he might be redundant. There's clearly still a lot that we have to learn, but I'm sure we can find some way out of this if we work together. So let's make for Michelam. I'm kind to you all. Right.
So it's back to the Wetlands, huh? Reminds me of our encounter with the Steel Maiden.
We owe her so much. Truly.
I know this place is gloomy and all, but you don't need to make it gloomier with your attitudes.
You're right. We'd best pick up our spirits and our pace to Michelam.
Okay, so I'm a little concerned about having the accessories Fee needs. So first things first, let's look at her quartz. Zephyr. That last one's really nice. And then Tempest. So I lose out on 70 evade for doing it this way. Okay, so popping in here real quick just to try to show some of the horrible translation crap. So the Evergreen I just made using a bunch of green pendulums and a lot of U materials. If you look in the bottom right corner, I burned through like 2/3 of my pile. So it says accuracy 50, evade 5. That's actually the pendulum, I believe it is, that this comes from, and those actually double up when you make this. So I actually have 100% accuracy and 10% evasion, as you can see there. Now, as for her other item, if you want to really stir up trouble, you can give out a Dark Emblem, because she'll throw out even more delay. It's just I wanted to save that for Laura. She has speed problems in general, so just her being able to do more helps. And then we have the Red Pendulum here. I don't really want to... I can only afford to upgrade one more accessory because it costs 200. So I could go Red Pendulum... Yeah, pendulum into emblem to give her a little bit of strength, but I'm poor. Now, the other thing I want to call attention to is the 0-hour puppet. So it says evade 20, but it's actually 30. The reason why I don't really want to do this is because it breaks after use, and yes, you can make a new one if you want, it's just it costs like 160 U material, so I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to give the Kagemaru hand towel so she's at an even 50. And I ultimately didn't really do much with the quartz because I just unlocked a bunch of slots for people. They don't really come with that much at all, believe it or not. I don't really know why. I was hoping to get... I could probably actually make a freeze... Do they let me make a freeze 3? Let me check. Okay, so yes, I could get that real quick. Give me 1 second. So we are going to turn the freezes right there into freeze 2. So you can see I have 1 in inventory, 1 equipped. Is it trade? No. It's strength and quartz. So yeah, we'll get 30 more strength and better freeze chance. And with that, I'm good to set out. Unfortunately, the whole move to the Master Quartz system just screwed over the water element so bad. What's Pixie do? Ah, right.
My turn. This is the end.
Nope.
Showtime.
I'll handle this.
I'm up.
Engaging. Showtime.
How do we... Oh, okay, so it wraps around. That's what's going on. And that put Altina at 108.
There!
These fish guys drop bait, so you may want to farm. That's not 1, but... Finger slipped. Yeah, why? Like, Altina's leveling up. I thought that refilled her EP, but...
Treasure? My pleasure.
Sending gem? Like that, I might put on Laura just due to lack of alternative. This way leads to St. Ursula. Certainly the others can handle things there. We should go to Michelam. But how am I supposed to fish? Guess it's safe to say we'll be backtracking. Let's go pet the fishy.
There!
Sadly, I was hoping they'd be dropping like a dozen new materials a pop, but I only got 4 from that fight. What have we here? How big a brawl can I start?
Jackpot!
There!
So yeah, the brawl wasn't as big as I had hoped. So one thing I was thinking about was putting Sirius as the main and then putting... was it... Aegis as the sub so that I can draw more attention to her, but... we'll keep trying it as it currently stands. Megalith Fall Ultra Rare.
You don't see these every day.
Like, if I can get some accessories to start inflicting bigger delay, I would be willing to part with Zephyr and actually set her up that way. But because it's a little too early still, we're going to hold off. I did get more EP on Altina, if you notice, because I got a 0 turn. So yeah, remember a second ago I was complaining about the U material drops? 27 from that one fight.
Let's go in, guns blazing!
Spirit Incense.
Guess luck is on our side.
It's a little worrying when they give you something like that.
Wake up! Got one! Won't let you off that easy.
That is a massive flounder. Let's see what it really is.
This one's huge.
Forest Gill. How do we... oh. Sadly, that was only 7. But here's what I'm looking for.
Oh, that enemy.
Drops of Vitality Droplet. I'm not
Treasure
impressed.
chest found. Collecting content.
Holy Bell. That's cool. There'll be a character that I definitely need that on later if I go for the Seraphic Ring type builds. And I guess there's like other builds you could do that can make use of it. I just innately think of that as healing and dark matter. 10 U material. Regrettably, that was only 3. Foodstuffs. And it's not your imagination, the frame rate in the game is chugging in this place.
Go in, guns blazing! There!
Yeah, that was only 4 UMATs.
Aha! A treasure chest.
Byakko. So we're probably gonna slap this onto Fee. The blind can be extremely helpful in her case for the counterattacks. There's loads of shenanigans you can do. We're at 293. I'm wondering, can we break 300 before we're out of here? Okay, the big reward from that one were the level ups I got for the Master Quartz.
There! Let's go in! Go!
Okay, I had to stop playing this for a while, so now I need to get back into it. So I don't entirely remember what all we were looking for while we were here. What I mean by that is I don't remember the mission or anything. There's no sign of the EDF nearby from what I can tell. They're most certainly stationed here according to Major Arundel, however. They may simply not be on high alert around this area. True, but that's good news for us. Now, if only we knew where Dad was. Let's gather information and see what people have to say. Maybe someone spotted him today. Just one thing though, are you sure you want to walk around here in that form, Celine? Could be risky, but with all the Michis running around, she kind of fits in with that tail and those ears. Might be perfect, really. Or are you comparing to a bunch of posers wearing catsuits, huh? How many times do I need to explain that staying in this form is part of my training? Now can we drop this and move on already? I think Fee might have struck a nerve there. Better do as she says and get back to work.
It feels so different from usual.
I'll say, we're at a resort. Shouldn't be such a damn drag.
Well, we can make it less of a drag once we figure out what's going on.
Hey, I recognize all you. You're the ones that had that send-off party the night before the war started and came back for a little vacation not too long ago. Yeah, that was. I'm impressed you remember us just from that. Actually, we're sort of here on business this time. Thought that might be it. Did you all come here through the Wetlands? They're said to be teeming with monsters, though. Must have been some trek. I knew you guys were tough, but not that tough. Whatever you came to do in Michelam must be important if you went through all the trouble just to get here. Regardless, we can't offer much in the way of service at the moment, but we're happy you came to visit. It's a good thing you Erebonians showed up when you did. The park is in real trouble right now, and anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. Let's just grab that to be safe. Gives the world an azure tint. Guests are still allowed to go swimming so long as they stay close by. Then again, no one's been in the mood to go in the waters with the theme park on lockdown anyway. Most I've seen people do is change into their swimsuits and do a little sunbathing to get their minds off things, but that's it. It's about as gloomy as I've seen things since I started working here. A friend and I came here to hang out on the day of the Sunning Festival because we thought it would be deserted. Little do we know just how long we'd get to be here, stranded all by ourselves. I'm so bored. You guys aren't with the CGF, are you? Because you sure don't look like it. I swear, how much longer are we gonna have to wait before help finally arrives? Bell Cola is good and all, but I'm getting tired of it at this point. It's also not doing any favors to my wallet. I feel down no matter what I do anymore. I've been coming to the beach lately to pass the time, but I'm never really in the mood to go into the water. At most, I'd just order a Bell Cola and space out for a while. Being stuck here like this makes me feel completely helpless. My friend and I are also co-workers. We were given the day off for the science ceremony, so we thought it would be fun to come here and relax. Never imagined that our vacation would last this long, though. Hey, you there with the dark hair, don't I know you from somewhere? And you, little girl, are those cat ears I see? So what if they are? You got a problem with that? Sorry, I didn't mean to sound so rude. I was just thinking you must be a huge Michi fan if you're wearing those. Though, judging by the color, maybe you're more of an evil Michi fan. By the way, it's good to see some fans again. It's easy to forget that this is supposed to be a place people come to have fun. That conversation could have gone a lot worse. I'm kicking myself for not thinking of that cover for you earlier. A Michi fan. I don't really care what anyone else thinks, but if I'm going to be compared to Michi, does it have to be evil Michi? Wonder if that means people are starting to forget about me. Could be a silver lining if it means we can stay undercover, though. There are a lot of EDF soldiers walking around, but I wouldn't go as far as to say we're under occupation or anything. At least not compared to what the city must be going through. Can't even imagine how difficult they have it. I'm worried about how my folks are holding up, plus all my coworkers. Really hope they're all okay.
I've been itching.
Yeah, go see a doctor about that itch, Crow. Got time to fish.
Got one. Mission failed. Wake up! Got one. Won't let you off that easy.
I don't know if I've seen this. It's some sort of azzelfish.
This one's huge.
Well, we have 18 now. 45 7th mass. Wow. Got a mission objective. How do I see those again? I'm not going into the corridor for just that. Let's make sure there's nothing hidden over here. Blah. Okay, nothing to our right. I was hoping to buy some Michelam merchandise in secret and give it to my wife as a special surprise, but so much for that. Can't believe what's happened. She must be worried sick about me right now. What's up, folks? How was the beach? Hold on, what the? Celia, you're being rude. I don't care what's going on. As Michelam staff, we always have to treat our guests with the utmost courtesy. Forgive his impoliteness. I'll see to it that he... Wait, aren't you Matthew's daughter? And didn't I see the rest of you at the send-off party? I remember you all coming back here to relax after the war ended, but this is a surprise. I can imagine. Sorry if we shocked you. It's a long story. Basically, we have business here and snuck in through the wetlands. Damn, that's crazy. I mean, talk about gutsy. You guys really are amazing. Either way, you're probably abreast of the situation if you've seen the beach, however. Just be clear, while Michelam is currently fine, we're unable to operate freely at the moment. If you decide to stay on the premises, please do be careful. Our current occupants may not take so kindly to your presence. Thanks for the tip. Things aren't operating like normal right now, but our facilities are still open for business in a limited capacity. If you need any help, please don't hesitate to come see me. I'll do my best to assist you within my means. Man, you guys are badass for sneaking in here. If there's anything I can do to help, just say the word and I will, no questions asked. If you need a swimsuit, you can rent anything you want for free. Just let me know and I'll get you taken care of. It's nice of him to offer, but who's in the mood to go hang out on the beach at a time like this? Not me, that's for sure. Okay, so these are all the stuff from outside. Patrolling soldiers, they got us pinned. Just our luck, we'll have to find a way to...
Everyone over here, quick!
That sounds like...
You heard the man. Move!
Well, we found Matthew, I guess.
Dad! I knew it!
Long time no see, Yuna. You look worn out. I knew it. I must have worried you sick.
You haven't, Dad. It's okay. If anyone's been worrying the family sick, it's me. I didn't have to worry about you because I believed. I believed that you were safe. So, on the flip side, you're the reason I've been able to go out and do what needs doing.
Is that so? You've become so strong, Yuna.
Wow, what a nice family. I can see how Yuna turned out to be such a strong young woman. I'm glad you're all okay. Sorry it had to happen this way, but you're all more than welcome here. Thanks for saving us back there, sir. Let me get straight to the point. Can you brief us on the situation? Absolutely. Allow me to tell you everything that happened after the declaration of the so-called United Nation. So Michelam is completely under their control then. I'm afraid so. Soldiers appeared here at the same time they attacked the ceremony. They fortunately haven't tried to harm us in any way, but as you can see, we've had to close the park for the time being. We also had to do our best to shelter evacuees, but I'm not sure how long we'll be able to keep this up. That's worrying to hear. Why would they pick a place like this to take over, though? It's far as hell from the city. What's here that makes it worth devoting manpower to? It's a good question. Makes me think there might be something here that relates to what they're trying to achieve. Sounds like an investigation is in order. Right now, their main base of operations here is the guest house on the villa grounds. One of our employees claims a giant robot is guarding the entrance. Sounds like we'll have at least one archaism to deal with then. Can't believe they're deploying something like that on the villa grounds. The guest house was the place we had our send-off party last year, if I recall. We can't turn a blind eye to this. What do you have in mind? If we want to gather information, we'll need to sneak into the guest house regardless. I think defeating the soldiers here is going to be our fastest, easiest option. So we're going to have to liberate the place, huh? Are you sure? But won't we run the risk of making the situation here worse? I doubt it. We're a fair way from the city, so I think they're unlikely to have reinforcements. Plus, even if they do call for help, at least we'll be making life easier for Lloyd and the Triple S. Saving civilians in need is a bracer's top priority. I can't ignore this either. After what happened in Nord, I think it would be unwise to let the Ebon Defense Force do as they please. I don't know what to say. Thank you, everyone. You have my eternal gratitude. Think nothing of it. Let's get to work. Please be careful out there, Yuna. Like I said, I don't know for sure how your mother or siblings are doing in the city, but I trust they're just fine, so please don't put yourself in unnecessary danger. I won't, I promise. All I ask is that you believe in us. We'll set Crossbell and Michelam free before you know it. I have all the faith in the world, sweetheart. Good luck. Rean and his friends learned as much as they could about the situation on the villa grounds. They then set about devising a plan to liberate Michelam and immediately put it into action.
Then we're off to search the guest house.
Keep an eye out for the EDF. They'll show up sooner or later.
Will do.
It's really hard to keep myself motivated during times like these. I was unlucky enough to be working on the day of the occupation, so now I'm stuck cleaning every day. We're as trapped here as everyone else, but we actually have to work too. Can't exactly slack off as a hotel employee, so I'll keep doing my job, but it kinda sucks to be honest. We're only planning to spend one day in Michelam, but we ended up staying here. I want to stay here forever. The beds are super soft. Being able to stay in Michelam forever would be a dream come true in normal circumstances. What's happening right now is more like a nightmare. We're here from abroad. We thought this would be the perfect time to visit, you know, while everyone was focused on the sign ceremony, but our timing couldn't have been worse. What rotten luck. No one in that room. I'm having to go and do all the room cleaning while the guests are out at the moment. Normally I'd be able to do this after they check out, but right now no one can, so I suspect we'll need to rethink our emergency protocols once this is all over. Ever since the Azure Tree appeared 2 years ago, the emergency manual's just been getting bigger and bigger. Damn. Oh, it's so good to see you all again. Michelam is technically under the EDF's control, but fortunately they generally don't bother us as long as we stay away from the theme park and the villas. So as much as it's oppressive to have them around, no one actually has suffered at their hands. I wonder what they're even trying to do here. We've been stuck here for days now. It's nice that the adults are really good to us because we're kids, but Mom and Dad must be beside themselves. I wonder what they're doing. I know this is all my fault, I know it is. If I hadn't said we should sneak off and come to Michelam because the ceremony was bound to be boring, we wouldn't be here. We're gonna be in so much trouble when we see them again. Don't cry, Emmy. I wasn't having a go at you, I promise. I really wasn't trying to have a go at her. If I hadn't said we should come to Michelam, we wouldn't be stuck here now. So I thought they lived out by the villas. Because that's the two little kids where the girl's trying to groom the boy into her dream husband. As far as I can see, the soldiers in black don't intend to interfere in our operations too heavily here. However, it is true that our movements are restricted and communications have been completely cut off. Why they feel the need to keep occupying Michelam, I have no clue. With all you here to help, I know the park couldn't be in better hands. Thank you for coming to our aid. You're welcome, Dad. You be careful while we're working too, okay? Matthew told me that you're planning to help liberate Michelam Wonderland. I could not be more grateful to have your help. Myself and the rest of the hotel staff will be praying for your success. If you're in need of a place to rest, you will always find one here. Thank you. We're in pretty good shape. 3rd floor, which we cannot access. Sweep, I gotta do so much cleaning to catch up on now that the Ebon Defense Force has taken off. Ah, hello. I don't know if we've had the pleasure. Did you come here to escape the city by any chance? I'll let you in on a little secret. The Ebon Defense Force only patrols Michelam 3 times a day. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once at night. They'll give you a good scare if you happen to run into them, so my advice is stay indoors whenever they make their rounds. Gracious, excuse me, miss. Can I have a moment? Me? This might seem a bit forward, but I'm terribly moved. Cat ears, they evoke Mishi, a fashionable one-piece with roots in folk aesthetics. Every element breaks new ground in the world of fashion. I have no idea what you're talking about. Just take the compliment, Furball. Indeed, fashion is none but self-assertion. No matter how desperate the situation is, it's important not to lose sight of who you are. I hope you continue to carry yourself as such going forward. Crying out loud, I should have come here in my cat form. If it isn't Section Manager Matthew's associates, we bumped into each other earlier. This might seem slightly better off. This place might seem better off than the city, but be careful. The Ebon Defense Force are patrolling Michelam Wonderland as well. If we're going to be staying here for a while, we have loungewear and pajamas available. They've been a hit with folks who found themselves unexpectedly stuck here. Midnight blue gown. Yeah, if anything, this would be for Altina. So she loses 100, but she gains... Okay, everything affects her arts because she has something that already boosts it. I'm gonna get one more just to keep in my pocket. The 5% evade is tempting, but I don't really care for the other two stats. So yeah, once we have... Strength and evade. Arts and speed. Basically, I don't think we've been able to get anything this high without having to burn U materials. I should actually look at my gear, shouldn't I? So yeah, I can just flat out upgrade this. Might as well put this to use, I guess. Here we are. This is what we got. So yeah, if I could upgrade it to the Corsage, it would be a pretty big boost. For that reason, I'm a little tempted to try to go back in there. Because we need one, then we can get one of those. We can make a Helios bouquet. I don't know if we can make another one of those. So what am I looking for? More orange capes. Now we just need to hope we have the U materials. I decided to step out from the hotel to distract myself, but it's not helping at all. If I could at least go out and have some fun around here, it probably wouldn't be so bad. I know that's selfish of me to think right now, but I just don't know what to do. My girlfriend and I were out on a date earlier, so she and I only started going out recently. With this whole crisis dragging on, we're both pretty exhausted at this point. Nowadays it feels like we're less a couple and more two people just trying to kill time. Man, why do things have to turn out like this? Yeah, they went straight to the marriage phase. My daughter Mimi is in the city. I'm so worried about her. Even if my husband should still be with her, it's hard not to worry when the radio makes the situation sound so dire. Soldiers in the theme park don't seem right either. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be venting to a guest like this. I should focus on cleaning this so this can be a place of relaxation for all who need it. So, Mimi, I believe, is the little girl who's always in the town square when you're in Zero and Azure. Sometimes her mother is there, but they do make the mother wear this outfit out there, so save money on a Sprite, I guess. Whenever I have nothing important on my plate, like now, I pass the time by cleaning the ship. It was seized by the Defense Force, so it's not going to be sailing anywhere for the foreseeable future. Cleaning the wharf is the only other thing I can think of that works just as well. Really hope Sally's family is alright. No one here's got a clue what's going on in the city, so what else can I do but worry?
Wake up!
Got one! Won't let you off that easy.
Looks like a shark.
This one's huge.
Elecanthus. Shield potion, too. So that means most likely the reward for catching it is going to be a shield potion 3. Fortitude droplet. So yeah, that one's really tempting. Fortitude droplet. Yeah, I'd pass on that. I was trying to figure out, like, for these potion things, not the shield one, but the droplets, if I'm getting up to 5 for one stat, that's almost a level up, I guess, but very barely, perhaps. I don't like this. Looks like the Ebon Defense Force are back on another one of their patrols. Those people get on my nerves. Why are they always making life harder for me? In fact, not just for me, but the entire park. I need to cool my head, I know. I'll find Mishy so I can admire him for a while. His gentle soul always manages to soothe my anger. My wife loves Michelam like nothing else. In fact, she sleeps with a Mishy plushie each and every night. No joke. Suffice it to say, she's not exactly fond of the Ebon Defense Force for mucking up our operations here. Honestly, I wish she'd be more concerned about our own well-being first and foremost, but it is what it is. She says to be extremely careful. Things could get dicey up ahead. In the theme park, you mean? We should heed her warning. After all, the spirit veins in this part are in disarray. That's Hartman's cat, if you don't remember. Welcome, is there anywhere you'd prefer to be served? You can order for delivery to your room takeout, or you can choose to eat in. Personally, I wouldn't recommend eating outside on one of the benches due to the EDS patrols, but it's your choice. Is there a recipe here? Do my eyes deceive me? If it isn't Matthew's eldest daughter, and you're with the Ashen Chevalier as well. Must have traveled a long way to be visiting our establishment. I know what brings you here, but knowing you, it must be important. The theme park is closed to the public, but we're continuing to operate for those who are taking refuge here in the time being. Can't offer as much service as usual, but we'll do our best to serve you should you need anything. It's more than enough, thank you. Yeah, we'll stop by later when we're feeling hungry. Do you have a recipe for us? Indeed you do. Marbled steak, strength and speed with a nice chunk of healing to go with it. Oops. Over here. We're open in limited capacity for the moment. We'll do our best to serve should you need anything. Please do visit us if you're feeling hungry. We'd be happy to treat you. The nerve of those Ebon Defense Force reprobates. I've had it up to here with them. I'm supposed to be living out in the villa, but after those brutes decided to occupy it, now I have to stay here in the hotel. We're all under such strict surveillance, too. Can't things return to normal so I can go back to my nice, peaceful life of luxury? Anything here we can afford? As a native Erebonian myself, this crisis left me with rather conflicted feelings. Can't help but feel profound shame over the actions of my fellow countrymen in the EDF. Can't begin to fathom what their aims are. I only hope they leave the guest house and park unscathed. Machette charm. This we do need. So while I do this, that'd be 100,000. Just for the sake of it, we'll grab that. So, real quick, I'm pulling up what you make these into. So the Midnight Blue Gown is for the Kagemaru coat, which is 30 evasion. This is for the Queen Machette accessory, which gives you a lot of break multi. So I actually probably need 3 of those, and we're going to go back and grab a new gown. I want 2 of these because I can combine it into something that makes delay. Yeah, we're going to burn through our UMATs, aren't we? Let's grab a pair of green pendulums, too. So I believe we'll have an opportunity to buy these later. I'm figuring one of the Queen Machettes, one of the Kagemarus. I don't even know if I can still do it because I may be missing some of the lower components, so... Are we able to go out here? What's with the barricade Ebon Defense Force must set up? I heard Michelam was closed for the time being, but I didn't expect it to be this dire. Just like Matthew mentioned, it seems the staff aren't allowed to come and go as they please either. Feels like overkill, but for now we should probably leave it be and move on. Since the marker for the door was still there, I was wondering could you hop it, but... yeah. The villa should be up ahead. Looks like they've got that new type of archaism station out there too. Plan or not, they're not going to make things easy. We're going to make sure we're completely locked and loaded before we roll out. Oh my god. So we're going to lose Laura and Fee. You gotta be kidding me, man. So yeah, we need to use Crow and Yuna then. Like, this one's a... well, I should actually loot them, shouldn't I? Emblem. Okay, so we can get one of them at least. I have to find more hand towels, bookmarks, or sashes if they even allow you to. And we had Laura with a red item here, but we could give him one of our capes. Yeah, I'm fine with that one. Yeah, the game wants me to play him as a caster, don't they? Well, we can accommodate that. I'm gonna take this off because it's not offensive. We get Needle Shot and Megalith, or Needle Shoot, but... Basically, I'm contemplating, do I want the attack and the strike? Because if I play him as a caster, we want to put a Mind Quartz here. Is that Claire? Or is that Michelam? TL. I guess we're going to be slinging out Mirage spells then. Basically banking on Titania with Silverthorn, Galleon Fort, and Albion Wolf. For her, I want to replace this with the Break Quartz, or the Petrify. She's at 150 accuracy, I can ditch the hit quartz. I don't really have anything else for it, sadly. Jeez, she needs a lot of work. So for this one, I'm looking for La Crest R. We can put La Crest R back there, though. I can put Petrify in. That's probably as good as it'll get for her. Keep in mind I can swap out Tyrol if I wanted to. Now we're going to change Crow's accessories because we're not going to play him like Laura after all. We'll give Yuna the Dark Emblem. We need to give him one of the Machette Charms we just bought because they'll give him a break additive. Question is, do I want to give him 2? Village should be up ahead, yada yada. Alright, let's get moving. We'll do just like we discussed. Laura, Fee, Celine, I trust you can handle things on your end. Indeed, leave everything to us. We're worried about you. Don't go screwing anything up and ruining our hard work once it's your turn. We'll be fine. Good luck out there, you three. Right, time to get this party started. Stop to take a drink there.
Meow.
Oh, it is voice acted. No, it's not. Just a cat. That about scared me out of my skin. Stay focused, we can't miss. What's going on? Report. This is the unit at Point B. We've come under attack by an armed group. Wait, is that a Thor's uniform? Thor's? The kids who showed up in the Highlands yesterday? We'll make sure they regret coming here. Call back our patrols. Looks like your luck just ran out, brats. Reinforcements will be here any minute. Time to tell us just what hole you all crawled out of. You're the ones who need to start talking. You're going to tell us what you're trying to do hitting Crossbell. Let's do this, everyone. Don't hold back. Damn right I won't.
Now, bring it on!
So make sure we have them scanned. Don't bother with anything that breaks because they're going to break in a moment anyway. Yeah, we don't have anything for speed here, do we? I need to look into swapping her out.
Wreak havoc! Chaos Storm! Judgment time! Eat this! It's my turn! Kane? It's down!
I'll assist. My turn. Now.
Here I go. Going full tilt. Get him!
That's her take on one of Lloyd's moves. I don't recognize it.
Why, you?
May not have been worth the cost.
Rean's not half bad at teaching if the way you fight's any indication.
I can't tell if that's a compliment for me or a dig at your friend.
Sometimes they can be the same thing. 16 UMATs?
Yeah, I did it!
It's working. Keep pressing on to the guest house. Goody, it's a giant mechanical pain in the ass. An improved Gaspard Garage. Looks to have been upgraded significantly too. Too bad for you, you're now in range of our friend here. You can destroy an armored car in less than a minute. How many seconds do you think it'll take to crack a skull? Taste the might of the most elite units on the surface of the Supreme League. Gotcha. Damn, we're good at this. That we are, but the real fight is yet to come. Stay alert. The way you people work me, I should report you for animal abuse. A diversion? Damn it all, you're going to pay for messing with us.
This one's strong. Be careful.
Huh, we actually do have Fee and Laura now, but I had to unequip them, so I'm not really in any rush to swap them in without their gear.
Kane? It's down!
I'll assist.
Moving out.
It's showtime!
I have to switch Crow to gun mode, don't I? Well, so much for the insight.
Engaging. Search.
Military beast trained under the Yeppan Defense Force, specialized in chasing down crushing prey with its sharp fangs.
Pumped up. Going full tilt. Wide open.
Wide open!
Don't give up.
Thanks.
Engaging.
changing it. You ain't going nowhere.
Here's the impede move. Doesn't look like it makes a difference which one I target. No, that one actually does hit one more target.
Too slow. There.
They're mine. Don't give up.
Thanks.
Pumped up.
Wrong thing.
Arcus, activate.
My turn. Rean, activate.
Oh my god, I missed him.
All right. How you like this? Awaken! There!
They're mine. It's my turn. Wide open.
You're wide open!
I shall go.
Probably should get this back in effect.
All the way, Zephyr! My turn. Search.
A true mobile fortress, with all its firepower, mobility, and defenses possibly maxed out, it can easily surpass any enemy.
Let's go.
Kane? It's down!
I'll assist. My turn. Charging.
It's my turn.
Nope, that won't reach. So we're just gonna do something small and simple here.
It's down!
I'll assist.
Why, you?
Pumped up.
Basically, right here, I'm just fishing to get more CP on everyone.
Why, you?
Moving out. Arcus activate.
Let's go.
Now!
I'll assist.
Impossible.
My turn. Charging.
Here I go.
Okay, we need to impede.
Get him!
You're wide open! All right.
It's my turn.
Shatter.
Here I go.
So I'm just gonna spam Raging Fire here for the CP.
Pumped up. Wide open.
You're wide open!
That's all, folks.
We're low on time. Let's move.
Level ups for everyone other than Rean. 4 Celestial Bomb, 16 UMATs.
Stats updated.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, I did it.
I did it.
I must continue to train.
I'm just that good.
This can't be happening. The Supreme Leader's plan couldn't possibly fail. Sounds like we're gonna need to press him on what this plan is. Sure does. There still seem to be more of them inside. We can't let them escape. Let's move in and disarm them. We'll get to the bottom of this. We'll get to the bottom of all this, no matter what. The Ebon Defense Force refused to come quietly, but despite the resistance, they were quickly overpowered. With all threats neutralized, Rean and friends were then free to explore the building, when they did. In a small room inside the guest house. What is going on here? They were surveilling the whole of the theme park from here, but why? That's the big question. This looks like all the equipment they brought into the guest house, too. I just stopped to sneeze. The fastest way to get to the bottom of this would be to ask them directly. Unfortunately, they haven't shown any inclination to tell us anything so far. Guess all we can do is bring one of them here and give it a shot. What are you doing in here? How dare you try to interfere with our sacred mission? Well, he clearly knows something. You may be an enemy, but I admire your devotion to your cause. This will not be an easy task. Want me to give this a shot Jaeger style, much as I'd rather not? No, leave this to me. I'll try the interrogation techniques I learned at the police academy. You can try whatever you want, you'll never break me. This is a tough one, but we need to get him to talk. But I really don't want to do anything too rough. You lot are hopeless. Get out of the way, I'll handle this. Oh? Do you have a plan?
Now, you're going to tell us everything we want to know. What were you doing here?
Why would I tell you that? Because we're your friends, of course. We came here to help you. My friends? That's right, so you need to tell us exactly what the Supreme Leader told you to do. Yes, you're right, I do. We were told to keep an eye on the situation. In the theme park, you mean? That's right. What's in Michelam Wonderland? Why were you keeping an eye on it? I don't know, we were just told not to interfere with anything. We were told to report immediately if we saw anything out of the ordinary. Such as? I don't know. I see. Thank you, it's clear that's the extent of what you know. You can take a nap now. That was amazing, what'd you even do? Remind me of one of those spells Emma used a while ago. The principle is basically the same. You just muddle their consciousness and lead them into doing what you want. It doesn't work against the especially strong-willed, though. Nice job, Celine. We're lucky to have you here. Well, I'm not Rose's successor for nothing. I'd certainly hope I was capable of something as simple as this. Unfortunately, there was very little that we could extract from him. Indeed, even he didn't seem to know why the theme park requires such intensive surveillance. The enemy's hiding something there for sure, we just need to find out what. I think our only option is going to be going there and finding out ourselves. Let's make for Michelam Wonderland, everyone. Right. Was that my imagination? we now have access to the next stratum, I guess. It's glowing. Maybe that means something has happened. Is everything alright, instructor? Yeah, sorry. My memory is still hazy, and my instincts are telling me this might be a good chance to train. Maybe we should look into that if we get the chance.
Your old man sure works quick, Yuna.
Yep, that's my dad. As soon as I called, he sprang into action.
Pretty sure we can leave this area to the resort staff now that the situation's under control, yeah?
Yeah. Michelam Wonderland's next, then.
And with that, I'm going to put a break here because we'll probably do the next stratum now.
Okay.
Indeed, Rean, indeed. Anyway, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.